Courcellette by D.M. Matheson. Read for LibriVox.org. Early on an autumn morning, facing famous Courcellette, lay the 25th Battalion in the trenches damp and wet, far away from home and kindred, near the far-famed River Somme. Here and there a man lay dying, stricken by a shell or bomb. Men of every trade and calling of each company formed a part, downy youth and bearded manhood, from the farm and from the mart, miners, farmers, sailors, tradesmen, from each hamlet, town, and glen, born of Nova Scotian mothers, from the breed of manly men, all alert and ever watching, on the guard both day and night, each one ever his part doing in the struggle for the right, thinking always of the homeland, far away in Acadie, of a mother, wife, or sister whom they never more might see. On the high hills overlooking all the country down below, in their deep concreted dugouts, lay the ever watchful foe, with artillery commanding all the hills for miles around, through which, like a thread of silver, River Somme its free way wound. There were Saxons and Bavarians in the Huns' embattled host, and the fierce and bloody Uhlans, whom the Kaiser loves to toast, where they stood in close formation, like a solid human block, fronted by the famous fighters called the troops of battle shock. When upon the morn in question, just about the break of day, word the 25th was given to make ready for the fray, and they sprang up from their trenches like the wild lynx with a bound, and they rushed without a falter right across the barrage ground, and they fell upon the Germans like an avalanche of hail, and the Teutons bent before them like the grain before the gale, and with irresisting fury they assailed the faltering Hun, and before the day was over famous Courcellette was won. Then let mothers tell their babies, whom they nurse upon their breasts, and the teachers tell the children in our schools from east to west, how at Courcellette's fierce battle an undying name was made by the 25th Battalion of the fighting 5th Brigade. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.